welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me today for this Pick-a-Pile reading for the full moon in Virgo, which is happening on March the 18th at around 3:18 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's when it perfects into a full moon. And as you can see, we have 10 decks here that I'm going to use to create 3 piles so that you can receive your reading for the full moon coming up in Virgo, which is really a very healing full moon. It's going to be bringing up a lot of emotions, maybe emotions that you haven't processed, coming to the surface, giving us an opportunity to forgive and to let things go. Things that are no longer serving us, things that are no longer in alignment, and keeping in mind that forgiveness is all about you and your vibration. Forgiveness is not necessarily about the person or event or circumstance you're forgiving. It's about allowing yourself to let go. Through this full moon, we are given the opportunity to really release fear, anger, and resentment. These are emotions that may be blocking you. They may be holding you back. You may be seeking things purely from an attachment perspective, and that attachment in and of itself may not be serving. So I feel like this full moon in Virgo is really going to give us the opportunity to clear things, to cut cords, to cut attachments, to feel the expansion around us by healing things that seem to be holding us back or creating blocks for us to reach our highest potential. Okay, so I'm going to use these 10 decks to make 3 piles. And as always, I will speed up the shuffling process, and the timestamps will be below for you to select your reading. Okay, we'll see you in a little bit. Okay, my friends, thank you for your patience. 10 decks takes some time to shuffle. Okay, so here are the 3 decks, or the 3 piles, and I'm going to show them to you with the top image as sort of, an extra layer of sort of helping you choose which pile. So you've got the timestamps, and then you'll have these images as well. So this is pile number 1. This is the image for pile 1. This is the image for pile 2. And this is the image for pile 3. And the timestamps will be below as well. Okay, I will see you in your reading very shortly. Okay, if this is the pile you selected, my friends, you have arrived at your reading. This is pile number 1. Okay, let's see what cards you received. You got 2 from a couple of decks, so we'll see what messages we have for you, pile 1. I haven't looked at any of the piles yet. Well, you got lots of doubles here. Let's put the doubles together. Okay. Okay, pile 1. Okay, I'm going to start with the tarot cards, and we'll make our way up. You can see everything, I hope. Let me just tilt the camera a little bit. There we go. There we go. Okay. My friends, we're starting here. We see the 5 of Wands with the Page of Swords. So what that's telling me is that right now you're in a time where there may be some conflict around you. So part of the healing aspect of the full moon in Virgo for you may involve some healing of conflict, or some stepping away from conflict, using your authenticity to express yourself, being truthful with your expression, speaking your truth, and knowing when to speak and when not to speak is also part of the energy around this for you, pile 1. This is a time where truly vulnerability will be a strength for you, and there will be success. There will be an unfolding of luck on your side. You're being guided to really go the distance. So to continue on your path with courage and with love. and to sort of accept certain things have to happen before you will move forward. And I feel like those things really involve for you something about speaking your truth. We see here Temple of Truth, throat chakra, authenticity and self-expression. And we also see here another card for throat chakra, which is so interesting. The throat chakra affirmation card says, I speak my truth and encourage others to speak theirs. So pile one, whatever is being released for you in this full moon has to do with you really expressing yourself authentically and speaking your truth and feeling courageous to do so. I see the lion spirit here. Be generous of spirit, and also this idea of being courageous and brave and sort of strong in your authentic self, really feeling like you can speak your truth authentically. Now, it's interesting because this Page of Swords is making me sort of look at this pause card a little bit. It says here, accept that you must wait and prepare for developments to reach the next stage. And seeing the Page of Swords, that makes me feel like, again, as communication seems to be the key here for you, and that there's conflict around you. There's many conflicting opinions. There's a conflict of egos, potentially. There's lots of opinions, and none of them are in alignment. And it's interesting. I almost feel like there's a part of you that may be shying away from this conflict that we see here in the Five of Wands. And that's interesting. I almost feel like seeing this pause card makes me feel like you know when to pause and when to speak, but are you pausing and speaking, or are you sort of being pulled into this conflict? Seeing the Page of Swords with the Five of Wands makes me feel like you're starting to see when to pause and when to speak, and when you do speak, to speak your truth, as opposed to sort of, falling into that matching other people's energy vibe, where if everyone is feeling conflict and there's a lot of arguments, or sort of this debatey energy where people are trying to speak more than to listen. I feel like your reading is guiding you to be mindful of that, and to know when to speak and when there's no point. It's almost like you're starting to see that these conflicts are actually teaching you something about yourself, and about vulnerability and strength, and about boundaries in relationships, and about your own inner guidance, about when to speak and when not to speak. Do you know what I mean, Pile 1? This is very interesting. It's very, very interesting. You will be successful once these sort of energies are cleared. I feel like this full moon is going to help you move through some challenges in communication amongst many different opinions and different egos battling out for I'm right, no, I'm right, no, I'm right. And you, do you know what I mean? And I feel like this is an important life passage for you. We see this Emerald Crystal Angel card. I feel like this is actually going to be a big part of your spiritual awakening. Communication is going to create some awakening to you. It's like you're going to find that healing energy in this full moon to reconcile your heart and your mind, and let your spirit lead you, and listening to that intuition, because the answers are within you. There's the image on that card. This is what you resonated with when you selected this card now, or this pile. Now, you also got 2 cards from this deck. This Fierce Love card is really pulling out the idea that vulnerability is a strength here, and that establishing healthy boundaries and to love regardless of whether or not that love is reciprocated, to have the integrity of your own your own integrity in all interactions. Again, being authentic in your expression is highlighted here for you, pile one. Everyone is doing the best with the tools they have. Exactly. That's why when I see the Five of Wands, I feel like holding back doesn't mean you don't care or you're apathetic. It just means that you know that everyone is coming to this debate with the tools and the knowledge and the experience that they have, and their ego and their own perception and perspective of the situation. So that's where there's that balance of not being afraid to speak, but knowing that sometimes when we try to convince and try to bring people over to our way of thinking, that's not really our job. That's not your job. That's not your responsibility. This is you and your vibration. And are you being authentic and speaking your truth, or are you being afraid and not opening yourself up because you might see vulnerability as a weakness rather than a strength? It's very interesting. It's very interesting. This is the image here. This moon is really about creating expansion for forgiveness, love, and compassion, keeping in mind that as we release through forgiveness, we're also releasing a ton of fear, anger, resentment, and a whole bunch of energies that don't serve us to hang on to, and it's interesting. The other animal spirit card you received was the scarab beetle spirit. Magic works through you. So this brings me to this idea that as you step into your authenticity, pile one, as you step into your authenticity and start expressing your truth without feeling fearful and without feeling that, vulnerability leaves you open for people to take advantage of you or to maybe poke at you a little bit. I can't help but feel like there could be some relationships or cords needing to sort of be cut for you, pile one, that you may be surrounded by some energies that just no longer serve you. They're not good or bad. They're just not in alignment with you anymore. And I feel like going the distance. We see going the distance here because you're moving towards your own awakening here, and you're being guided to keep going and to resist the sort of the fear of what's happening here and sort of go backwards, right? When we're afraid, sometimes we end up standing still or actually moving backwards because we have doubt, we don't trust ourselves. You're really being guided to keep going here. Go the distance. You will be successful. Enjoying your life and the unfolding creative abilities as much as possible is real success. And so it's interesting, pile one, I can't help but think that you may have people around you or experiences. Sometimes it's not just a person, like a one person or a couple of people. Sometimes it's an experience that you had in the past that's associated with people. And that experience may no longer resonate with you to sort of participate in, because I feel like it's causing conflict. And you're growing from this. You are growing. You're sort of awakening, ascending. Your vibe is going higher, which is beautiful. And I feel like the path to go the distance is going to involve sort of speaking your truth authentically, not shying away from really saying what you think, what you feel about this situation. I can't help but think that, it's interesting. Looking at all of this together really makes me feel like pile one has had a challenge recently. And the full moon is highlighting it. The full moon in Virgo on Friday, March the 18th, is really highlighting for you something that needs to be let go of so that you can move on to celebrating life again and enjoying your life and feeling your creative abilities as much as possible. Because I can't help but think that this is holding you back almost from fear. It's almost like being around this experience or these people from that experience, you're too afraid to speak your truth because who knows what the reaction is. And I can't help but think that that's the cord to be cut. That's what needs to be released for you, pile one. in the light of this beautiful full moon, and you're probably already feeling it. This is probably, the wheels are already in motion. We tend to feel the full moon's energy a few days before and a few days after. Everyone's a little bit different with how sensitive they are to the lunar energy. However, this feels like something that has been building and building, and now it's reached a point of conflict where you have, basically, it feels like two choices. You either say nothing and just keep following the pattern of this experience, or you sort of break free from that pattern and say, no, that doesn't resonate with me anymore. That's not my truth, and I'm not afraid to express my truth, and I'm not afraid to walk away from anything that feels like it doesn't serve me anymore. I'm going to enjoy my life, and I'm going to allow my creative abilities to unfold, because I'm preparing to move on to the next stage. And it's almost like this pause card is saying to you, it's time to sort of prepare for the developments that are coming as you move forward into a more authentic space that's going to be very healing as you are authentically expressing yourself. This is going to create some magic for you. With this scarab spirit here, I can't help but feel like you're going to be having some serious celebrations here. You know, this is an important life passage for you, and it's going to lead to success, and there's going to be luck on your side. There's going to be luck on your side, and you may have this experience may involve some fire signs. Leo, Sag, Aries. You may have air signs involved with this, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. It also sort of feels like this is a situation that was very close to your heart. And so feeling the fear of disappointing others, feeling that you can love from a distance with having healthy boundaries. You know, seeing these healthy boundaries being highlighted makes me feel like this situation is really emotional for you, Pile 1. And, you know, it's, no one is saying that you have to stop loving these people and you have to create this boundary around things that eliminates the feeling of love. If anything, it feels like letting them go with love. It feels like saying, I release you and I release myself from this through conscious choice. And anything that no longer serves me is released with love and gratitude, and that is going to create some magic for you, because you're really speaking your truth. Throat chakra activation here. Wow, Pile 1, I'm going to leave it at that. If this has resonated for you and you would like a personal reading, you can check out my website. It's in the description below. And also, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share this video if you'd like to see more content. And if it's resonated for you, feel free to leave me a comment and let me know. Okay, Pile 1, we'll see you all again very soon for another reading. Sending you so much love and light. Hello, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. If this is the card that resonated for you, you have arrived at your reading, Pile 2. Now, I haven't looked at any of these cards. Let's have a look together and see what messages we have for you for the full moon in Virgo. You got lots of doubles. Lots of doubles came out for you. Let's see. Full moon in Virgo on March 18th. Very early in the morning, 3:18 Eastern Standard Time. Oh, you got 3 of those. Okay. Oh, my goodness. Okay. We're seeing some activity here. Okay. Let's see. Can you see all of those? No, you can't. Let me tilt the camera a little bit. There we go. And we'll move that over. There. Now you can see everything. Okay. Now, we're going to start with the tarot cards. So the reason I sort of said, oh, okay, is because the Tower came out. The Tower and the Three of Wands. Okay, so seeing the Tower and the Three of Wands coming out together makes me feel like there's going to be a big transformation for you, Pile 2. For those of you who selected this pile, this feels like an initiation. This feels like something shifting so that you can move away from things that create fear, that create any doubt, things that make you feel like you can't connect honestly and authentically to yourself and to the path ahead of you. I feel like this Tower moment is going to set you on a new timeline. When I see that Three of Wands with it, you're envisioning a new timeline. You're envisioning a new future. This is very interesting. You're looking at the bigger picture here. You're looking at the bigger picture. You're being guided to hold that vision that you have about your future, because I really feel like you're pursuing some dreams here. You're being practical. You're using, I feel like you're using manifestation to bring your dreams into reality, and you're doing it by being grateful. You've discovered that manifestation, that the first step of manifestation is gratitude. It says here, give thanks every day. Blessings are everywhere. Do what feels meaningful. It is time to birth new ideas. Yes, gratitude is the key to joy, savors life's sweetness. And that was the image that resonated for you. This is very interesting. I feel like you're going to be letting go of some fears through this moon, and you're flipping the script here from fear to gratitude. You're releasing the fears that have held you back. And this is coming through a conflict. Something is going to get, it's going to be a bit of a storm. There is a chaos and conflict. I feel like this Tower moment is truly happening in a chaotic way, maybe in a conflict way. There's going to be a storm before the calm. And you may be experiencing that storm now, Pile 2. I can't help but feel like fear is really highlighted here for you. This message says, if you want to be free of fears and phobia, then you have to understand why they exist and make peace with them. And so it's very interesting. You also have this Crystal Skull Wisdom card, which is all about clarity and divine healing from high vibrational energy. And so I feel like by making peace with these fears and transmuting the fear with gratitude, you have uncovered something here, Pile 2. You have uncovered a path of creating dreams into being. You're dreaming the world into being is what this card says. Lizard, spirit, animal. And it's really setting you free. Let your spirit be your guide, hawk spirit. So this is very interesting, seeing hawk and lizard animal spirits here guiding you into letting your spirit lead and bringing your dreams into reality. Now, this is very interesting as well, because we see here secrets revealed, treasures uncovered, and initiation. So, Pile 2, I can't shake the feeling that this has to do with a relationship. I feel like this has to do with a relationship or relationships that you're going to uncover some truth here. Seeing this card with the Tower card really makes me feel like you're living in a situation right now that is coming to a close because it's an illusion. And that we see conflict and chaos here because this can't keep on. This can't keep going. This needs some chaos to shake it up so that you can see the truth here. I can't help but think that this is birthing a new idea for you. This is showing you a new path and sort of freeing you from another path. So it's almost like as you're being set free from one thing and letting your fears around that go, you're connecting to the divine to begin a new path completely. Your affirmation here is, I ignite the fire within me that connects to the divine. And so very beautiful fire element here. Three of Wands and this fire element. You might be a fire sign. You may be dealing with a fire sign. But I can't help but think that this involves a relationship, that there were secrets in this relationship, and now you're going to get a chance to envision something new that's authentic and that's not an illusion. The secrets have been uncovered and revealed, and from that you are dreaming out a new path for yourself, but it's coming from chaos and conflict. And I can't help but feel like this could involve a relationship when I see this rose quartz crystal angel card, which says, love life, new or renewed romantic love is here for you. This feels like you've had an intuition, this moonstone crystal angel card, heightened intuition. I feel like you had an intuition that something was off. Something was off, and maybe you felt too afraid to sort of trust your intuition and to see what, to sort of understand what happened. And I can't help but think that something karmic came around to show it to you. Karmic clearing came around with this tower energy to reveal the secrets that you did not know about, but had an intuition about. I feel like you knew intuitively something was wrong. You know, as they say in, as Shakespeare says, something stinks in the state of Denmark. Something reeks in the state of Denmark. Was that in Hamlet? I think that was in Hamlet. Hamlet or Macbeth. I think it was Hamlet, though. Anyway, it just reminds me of that. Like something around you didn't feel authentic. Something made you feel afraid to connect. It feels like there was something creating a lack of clarity, maybe some gaslighting. Like, you know, this almost feels like one of those kind of situations where you may have had the courage to seek out the truth yourself, but had people saying, oh no, you're crazy. What are you talking about? You're crazy. No, that's not possible. And it is. It is possible. I feel like you knew this has been this way, but there must have been some fear around sort of exposing it yourself. And also this idea of, I can't help but feel like maybe someone, or there was a moment where you did express your sort of thoughts on this and were told, nah, you're crazy. You know what I mean? Yeah, this feels chaotic for sure, but I can't help but feel at the end of this, you are going to be so happy and grateful. You're going to be so, and I feel like you're already grateful. I feel like a part of you is already like, it's time to give birth to new ideas, you know? And I'm going to do that. And gratitude is the key to my joy. And I'm so grateful that the secrets have been revealed. I'm so grateful that this tower and this conflict and chaos came so that I could see the bigger picture. Again, Sagittarius energy. I can't help but feel like this may involve a fire sign for some of you. You're going to see the bigger picture. You're going to understand the secrets. The treasures will be uncovered as well. This is going to initiate a whole new path for you. Pile 2, this is a big shift, and it's creating a new path forward, and it's going to create an opportunity for you to truly envision a new future for yourself. And I feel like gratitude at every step of the way is the key, and that unlocking any fears within you in this full moon is going to help release you and set you on that new path and create that the sort of circumstances for the perfect initiation of your dreams. And I can't help but feel like this is going to lead to a new relationship, or you know, even maybe a deeper relationship with your intuitive self. You know, maybe it won't be a relationship with another, but it could be that the relationship with yourself becomes so strengthened because of this connection to the divine. Like, I can't help but my eyes keep going back to this card, that you ignite the fire within yourself that connects you to the divine. This is going to be major. Pile 2, whatever you are releasing in this full moon, I feel like gratitude is the guidance here for you, and to release anything that brings or triggers fear, because you're understanding things, I think, that have been an illusion for a long time. And you're seeing the truth here that has been, I feel, withheld from you. And it's a very interesting moment here of realizing the blessings here. This may appear as something initially like is leaving your life. But man, I feel like it is a massive relief that this is done, because it's really going to help you to create a new path for yourself, one in connection with your intuition and the divine, that brings out a dream you have and initiates the process that leads to that dream with a very high vibe energy. And so there is no fear moving forward for you. I feel like moving forward, you are sitting in gratitude, and that is such a high vibrational energy, and it brings in so much clarity and manifestation of what you're already grateful for, right? What we focus on expands. And I feel like seeing this fear card, which is the first card in that deck, by the way, is this idea of bringing peace to anything that triggers fear and phobia. And I feel like that's exactly what you're going to do, pile 2. And I can't help but think that you're going to be so grateful, and you probably already are grateful that things have shifted. It's shifted. You've shifted from a very low vibe to a very high vibe, and that must feel really light and expansive. There's so much space now for you to create something that's in alignment with you. Wow. This is a whole new chapter, pile 2. You're going to be on a whole new journey here, and it's all coming into clarity. Man, the secrets that were withheld, information that has been withheld, comes into clarity to set you free. Beautiful. Wow, I'm going to leave it at that for you, pile 2. Thank you so much for joining me for this reading. If it's resonated for you and you would like a personal reading, check out my website. The link is in the description below. And also, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share this video if you'd like to see more. And if it's resonated with you, please leave me a comment. I'd love to hear about it. I hope to see you all again very soon for another reading. Sending you so much love and light for this full moon. Hello, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. If you selected the top card that looked like this, then you've arrived at your reading, my friends. Okay, I haven't looked at the cards yet, so let's have a look together and see what messages we have for you to guide you for this full moon in Virgo. I was going to say Libra. I wonder why. Maybe you're a Libra. You got 3 spirit animals with you. Let's see here. Okay. Oh, a couple extra tarot cards as well. Okay. This is interesting. I sort of feel like this could be an interesting time for you, this full moon. Yeah. First card I want to talk about is this one, Soul Star Activation. Fulfilling soul contracts and remembering who you are. This is looking big. This feels like a moment here that will not be confused with anything else. I feel like right now there is something that you're being guided to let go of something, okay? 4 of Pentacles. You're being guided to let go of something, and you feel nervous about it. You feel like if you let go of this, you're never going to get anything like that again. You know, it's sort of this idea of scarcity, that once something's gone, it's gone. And I feel like that is soon going to feel like a release, 9 of Cups. So it's very interesting to see this message for you with the Soul Star activation. I feel like right now you might be hanging on to a contract, or, you know, however that contract's expressing itself. Perhaps it's a relationship, perhaps it's an opportunity, perhaps it's an experience that you just don't want to end. This is a time where you have to let go of something that you may have been hanging on to and nurturing and loving and taking care of for a very long time. And it's time to let it go. Okay? And that may be bringing up some fears, but seeing the 9 of Cups tells me, like, look at that, surrender. Surrendering to releasing this is going to bring in so much inner fulfillment. This inner fulfillment, which is interesting because the card that you resonated with is inner peace. Practice equanimity, shine light in darkness, stay balanced within the turmoil, maintain a peaceful heart, and be a beacon for others. And so it's very interesting. This is a moment of sacrificing something that felt very connected to you. But actually, what you're doing, it's not even a sacrifice. You're actually just fulfilling a soul contract. This may have been a contract that you've had maybe with this other soul or these other souls for lifetimes. And so it feels really hard to actually let it go. If you want to hang on to it in some way, because it's, you know, some of these contracts we get really attached to them. And in this 3D life, we don't see that it might be our dharma to release that contract. It might be time, like by moving past it, we're actually fulfilling something. Do you know what I mean? By moving past something, you're actually fulfilling something. And I feel like you're going to know that it was sort of the move that was required of you once you start to feel the outcome. Okay? And it's interesting because we see inner peace and the Queen of Pentacles. So that makes me feel like you're going to be very self-reliant, that you're going to feel that inner peace, that inner satisfaction, inner, you know, like just taking care of yourself, nourishing yourself, being grounded in your identity, knowing who you are, exactly like this card says, remembering who you are. And it may right now feel like I can't do it, I can't let go, I'm hanging on so tight. Something is coming to help you release this. I feel like it's this full moon in Virgo, and it's fulfilling contracts through release. And I feel like that's going to make such a difference in terms of your quality of inner peace. The way you feel is going to be much different. This is a time of healing. You may need to recover from this, okay? But everybody is loved and safe. I love seeing that. It's a time of healing. You and your loved ones are safe. And so that makes me feel like no matter what happens, you don't have to carry around guilt or shame or any emotions like that, because you are actually fulfilling something that you sort of prearranged before you came here, my friend. And it's your ego that's having a hard time letting go of it. You want to hang on to it because you may be coming to this from a position of feeling scarce, like either that or this experience always has you on the hook, you know, which is no good for your inner peace, being on the hook, being on someone else's hook. And I say that because of this healthy communication in relationships. Crystal Angel card makes me feel like maybe there's going to be a heart-to-heart talk, or that there will be some communication that sets you free ultimately. I think you're going to see the truth about something. Pile 2, you might want to watch Pile 2 as well. Easy does it here. Yeah, because you're healing. This is a healing time for you. So your health, happiness, and abundance require a gentle approach to life. And I can't help but think, again, that maybe the circumstance that you're struggling to release hasn't always felt easy, harmonious, healthy, and happy. I can't help but feel like you're on someone's hook. You know what I mean? And that actually you need to be around like-minded people. This feels like, this is a soul contract. It was designed to teach you something, and it has, and now it's time to release it, to experience this 9 of Cups feeling of emotional fulfillment, surrender, inner peace, and you're sitting as the Queen of Pentacles. You're moving from the 4 to the Queen. You're totally leveling up here. And it's happening at a time where you're taking action on your own personal power. Solar Plex Chakra card 13. I take actions daily that awaken my personal power. That's what I mean. You're on someone's hook, Pile 3. This is not empowering. You must release this contract. That is the fulfillment of the contract, is not to hang on to it, but to release it, because your goal can benefit from you surrounding yourself with like-minded people. You have got to let this go. And you're really being called to go with the flow on this, to the sea. Again, another card that always makes me think it's time to let go of something that you're hanging on to that it's not serving you anymore. You know, it's almost like there's something about this that I can't lose that phrase. Like you're on someone's hook. They've got their hook in you. This is not a cord. This is a hook. This has to be, you need to be unhooked so that you can, I see a fish swimming away. It's very interesting. Now, as I'm talking about animals, I want to show you the cards you got from the spirit animals. You got horse spirit. Freedom is yours. Set yourself free, dear pile 3. Owl spirit, you see clearly now. You are the Queen of Pentacles. You are going to be set free from something, and it's going to create a transformation that's going to show you so much truth that you may have already known intuitively. You know, you may have wanted to pick pile 2. You may want to listen to pile 2 as well. And then the other card you got from the animal deck is the flamingo. Embrace the in-between. You are in between worlds right now. You're being guided to go with the flow and get this hook out of you. You know, like when a fish gets a hook caught in its mouth, it's not free. It's not free to swim. Freedom is yours. You need to get that hook out and be free. Something here no longer serves you. There's no judgment here. You're being guided to just set yourself free through for sort of forgiveness of yourself, like forgiving yourself for hanging on now that you see the truth. And also to even forgive anything that was holding you. So whoever put that hook in you needs your forgiveness as well. Because ultimately, you're setting yourself free. And again, I said this, I think, in pile 1's reading, but forgiveness is about you and your vibration. When you release through forgiveness, you create the space to release fear, anger, resentment, jealousy. So many low vibrational feelings are released when we forgive. And you release even the notion of perfection, control, expectations, attachments, and you replace that with love, forgiveness, and compassion. You create so much expansion when you awaken your personal power and release these contracts that no longer serve. I feel like this is it's potentially going to involve a conversation for some of you. And that you're really being guided to take it easy. You might feel the need to have this conversation. I can't help but think that wanting to have the conversation could just be more of this, that not wanting to let go and sort of telling yourself, well, I have to talk to them about it. I can't just let it go and not talk to them about it. But remember, this experience or individuals has a hook in you. So by going back to talk to them, the hook goes in deeper and is harder to remove. And it's harder to see the clarity that there's a hook in you, you know? Like I feel like these people or, person or this set of, it kind of feels like individuals. They're very good at manipulating through emotional ways. Very good at making you feel a lack of personal power. And so I think that's why we're seeing the solar plex card here, is to encourage you to stay balanced in the turmoil if you talk to this individual, and to maintain a peaceful heart, knowing that by awakening your personal power, that hook goes away. You remove that hook when you awaken your personal power. You fulfill the soul contract. You remember who you are. You set yourself free, and you embrace the calm and inner peace that comes with this sort of transitional period where you're in between two timelines. You've just freed yourself from one timeline, and now it's time to take it easy. It is a time of healing. You're going to have to heal that wound where that hook was. That hook was in deep, pile 3. It's very interesting. I can't help but see this analogy in my mind where you're really setting yourself free and you're looking forward. You're looking ahead. You're a beacon for others. And so your light must shine in the darkness. And I feel like one way to help you forgive this experience and maybe yourself is to know that you had to go through this experience to get to where you are now. And so you can set yourself free by forgiving yourself and saying, instead of saying, oh gosh, like I was swimming around the ocean with a hook in me for so long and I could have been free. And then you end up feeling resentment towards yourself. But I want to give you the opportunity to transmute that into saying, this helped me remember who I am. And this was a contract that I coordinated before coming so that I would arrive at this transformational moment that allows me to awaken my personal power. And that you're loved, and so are your loved ones. Your loved ones and you are safe. There's nothing here to fear. I really do feel like there's an element of fear here. Fearing this conversation, fearing releasing, fearing walking away, freedom even, fearing the freedom, fearing the unknown path ahead without this experience or hook. I can't help but shake it. It's a hook. It's a hook, and it's time to set yourself free from this, pile 3. Wow. You're going to find like-minded people. You're going to find inner peace. You're going to remember who you are, and your personal power activation through that solar plex chakra is just incredible. I really feel like this is a time of you healing as you are in between these two timelines. And then, oh my goodness, so much nurtured self-reliance, healthy self-reliance with I feel an understanding that's clear as to where you're going and who you are and what your personal power looks like when it's reflected authentically. That very, very interesting energy in this reading for you, pile 3. I'm going to leave it at that. If this has resonated for you and you would like a personal reading, my website address is in the description below. And also, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share this video if it's resonated for you and you'd like to see more. Leave me a comment. Let me know if it resonated. I hope to see you all again very soon for another reading. And I'm sending you so much love and light for this full moon, pile 3. You got this. You can. I feel like you're going to remove that hook with your own hands and give it back and say, this doesn't serve me anymore. There you go. I don't need to hang on to this anymore. I'm free. Oh, you are setting yourself free, pile 3. Wow. Okay. Sending you so many blessings, love, and light.